Everybody, welcome. My name is James. I am with the Soundboard team. We are glad to see you here today in this new normal, hashtag April 2020. I'm not quite sure, everybody's situation, but most of us are working from home now and trying to figure those things out. And so what I wanted to focus on today was thinking in terms of, we built a soundboard to give you all, or to give customers a platform through which it's easy to find and share valuable content. Our philosophy is that we're all in some way, a reflection or trying to show um, the things that we care about through our social media, but also, show what our work is and show, the things that we value through that. And so what we wanted to be able to do with Soundboard is make it easy for you to share relevant things that are going on. And so, as we're all navigating these waters and trying to figure out, what's the best thing for us, hopefully your businesses are still doing well. Hopefully you're finding, maybe if you've already got a home-based business, hopefully you're finding more interest from people who maybe are looking to add on to what they're doing because they're home and have more time, or maybe people are out of work and they're looking to start some type of home-based business that hopefully could be more stable in the long run for them and their families. When you think about the types of content that you want to share, we really like this idea of attraction marketing. That's a term that has kind of popped up in the last year or two, as big brands, a while back realized if you only ever talk about yourself and your product, people kind of go, because everybody has the same voice. Social media has made all of this kind of a level playing field. And so what we want to, talk through today is how do we best use Soundboard? How do we best use this content idea to get out there and kind of promote ourselves in a way that's authentic, that's realistic, that makes ourselves an authority, that doesn't make it so that we're just talking about, the only our product, only ourselves, but that we're sharing as much as we're telling, that we're asking questions, and we're trying to make it, valuable for people in order to, follow us and to interact with us on social media. So I know some of you all are new to our our webinar here. So I do see some new names. So I did want to touch quickly. I'm going to start sharing my screen here and touch quickly on, Soundboard as a place where you can come and find things based on your business. So it'd be helpful, as we go, if you want to drop in, tell me kind of what your focus is, your line of work, and we can do some examples around that, if you want to. But in thinking in terms of a lot of the people who are on Soundboard are in, the health and wellness industry. And of course, this is a time when you got a lot more people thinking about, immunity and things like that. So let's go ahead and start with, I really like the idea of capitalizing on trends that are already out there, joining conversations. April is National Stress Awareness Month. How appropriate is that? Every April is. And so what you can do here on the Soundboard is search for this content and share something about stress and share how it applies to you. Share how people can take steps to mitigate the stress in their life, or to, use nutrition to improve how their body handles stress. Okay, there's a lot of things there, and then you can then tie into that hashtag National Stress Awareness Month, and you can easily be seen by people who are looking for that type of content. Okay, so y'all are probably familiar with this part of the Soundboard, but what I want to make sure that we're aware of today is some ways to use this on some of the other platforms based on our new functionality. Okay, so I'm going to quickly head over to the Google Chrome Web Store. You just have to type Chrome Web Store. This is for the Chrome browser, and we're going to install our Soundboard extension. All right, and so what the extension does is it plugs in a piece of functionality into our browser. Okay, this is a free thing that you can go and do, and then tie your Soundboard subscription to this extension, as I'll show you in a moment. But go to the store and search for Soundboard. You've got 3 choices here. We are not the elf or whatever that is, so we're the first one. I'm actually using a test version. We're constantly testing and iterating, so the browser doesn't see that I have the current public version, but you'll hit this Add to Chrome button. All right, and then all it does is it'll plug that in, and you'll have the functionality that I'm about to show you. This version that we're looking at, of course, is for Google Chrome. It also does work on Microsoft Edge. Basically, you'll go to the Edge add-ons store, and functionality is the same. You'll search for Soundboard and plug that in. We're working on a Safari and a Firefox version of that to be coming down the pipe soon. But once you do that, what I want to do is I want to take a few minutes to show you how you don't really need to necessarily go to Soundboard anymore to use it, okay? You can if you want. But when you're on your desktop, keep in mind everything I'm about to show you here is based on using this on your desktop, because of the functions that work only exist in the desktop version. There's no, we'll make all that go away. There's no way to use these extensions on your mobile browser, okay? So when you're on LinkedIn, and then we'll talk about Facebook in a minute here, but you're gonna find this little search bar that floats wherever you wanna put it, and it'll hang out, and this is the Soundboard logo. Find something to say. So in this, again, this new normal, how do we be a positive voice in this? How do we be someone that can be, sharing helpful things? And again, I think it's just capitalizing on, of course, everybody's very aware of our, current situation in the pandemic. But again, how do you talk about it in a way that is encouraging to others, okay? So you can certainly share, like we talked about, content that's related to, improving your health. There are ways to boost your immune system, getting good rest, taking time to take care of yourself, offering suggestions for taking care of your brain, all right, in this time. So an important part of this is getting good sleep, okay? You can we're on LinkedIn here. Of course, LinkedIn people tend to think is more business minded, and it's true, but part of your business is helping people take care of themselves. And so I think this is a valid place to, share this type of stuff, so that you're putting that kind of foot forward on your LinkedIn presence. Now, just, a quick kind of side note about LinkedIn. I hear a lot of people say, well, I'm not job hunting. I don't need to have a presence on LinkedIn. Okay, so the value of being on LinkedIn is you have you got to kind of turn that attitude around and out a little bit. LinkedIn is not necessarily about you if you're comfortable in your current, work situation. Think about it in terms of, how do I connect with other people who may be looking for what I have to offer? A home-based business, something that either can be on the side of what they're currently doing, or something that they could make as their main thing. Okay, so have a presence here as a very specific tool in your tool belt for connecting with others when it comes to making sure you're taking time to have that presence out there that's a more business-minded connection, that's talking about, that's showing the types of, experiences and opportunities that your work offers other people, because there are millions of people on LinkedIn who are looking for a job, who want out of their 8 to 5, and of course, in today's climate, who might be unemployed and are looking, quickly to take on that next idea, to tackle that next challenge. So that's, again, I'm not job hunting, but I have this presence here on LinkedIn so that I have the capacity to share, not only share some stuff about what we're doing on Soundboard, but to share, other things that are interesting, to keep my network engaged with me, and to be sharing types of content that, again, I think are positive and that are helpful to other people. Okay, so just friendly sidebar there about why to have a presence here. But again, back to thinking in terms of the types of content that we're sharing. If you haven't thought about LinkedIn or been on LinkedIn in a while, when you're on your home feed, it's just like Facebook from the perspective that people can share, any and all types of content on this home feed. So you can see people are sharing articles, they're sharing personal experiences, they're sharing a little bit of their hometown joy. They're sharing interesting news pieces that we have robots graduating for people in Japan. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, so there's this type of thing. So when you're putting content out there, not only can your network see it, but if your network engages with it and shares, like I am not connected with Anthony here, but I am connected a second degree away from Delonia here, because the person that I'm connected with liked this, who liked this. So I'm like 3 degrees of separation away from this piece of content here that Anthony shared, but I'm still seeing it, okay? So when we think in terms of, types of content to share, of course, LinkedIn, you're not, this is not necessarily the place to make product advertisements, but it is the place to try to go and be that authority. So let's go and find something about, let's look for home-based business, okay? Because like it or not, we're all a home-based business right now. So you've got some positive notes here: best ideas for things, promote your business smoothly, how to pivot small business strategy. We've got some, hey, be aware of this type of thing. We've got some home-based workers see increase in targeted fraud. So there's helpful things that we can share here to lean into that small business conversation. So when we find something that we want to do, I like this idea. E-commerce and home-based workers see increase in fraud. That's kind of like a little public service announcement here. So once we hit the article that we're interested in, we bring up the Soundboard workflow. And this is a great idea here. With more people working from home and e-commerce experiencing a boom time, fraudsters have taken notice, okay? So we click this suggested message, and we're gonna share this. In this instance, we're thinking about sharing this on LinkedIn. We wanna share this far and wide with our audience. So we're gonna post this as ourselves. So we're gonna hit the LinkedIn button. We do have the option here to share in a post or as a private message, but I wanna share this as a post. I'm going to paste in this suggested message. Now, I didn't read the whole article, so I don't know if that gift card hashtag makes sense for me at this moment or not, so I'm going to remove that one. But keep in mind, you can share this to anyone. You can tweet it as well as share it, publicly. You can send it to only certain people if you want, or we'll come back to this idea in a moment. But you can also share it to your group here, which is a great tactic. So let's post this. All right, and so we've posted that. We can close this window, and this will bring us back to our LinkedIn. Okay, so without having to leave LinkedIn, we've scrolled, we've thought about how to engage, and we've now shared some valuable content. Again, just to our wider audience. Okay, now we want to think in terms of sharing this with some more specific people. All right, and so LinkedIn is a great place to go and see if you can fish for some people that you either want to, kind of reconnect with, LinkedIn, I think, is a great place to, connect with people almost cold, especially if there's, they do a great job of recommending people that you have either worked with in the past, or people you maybe went to school with, or people that are in your industry. I never turn down a connection on LinkedIn with someone who asked me, just because why would I? This is like meeting and, a meet and greet, and you're just exchanging business cards with people at, like, a Chamber of Commerce luncheon or something. So why would you not want to do this? So let's think in terms of getting in front of some eyeballs that we aren't necessarily connected with. I'm going to search for work from home. And we've got a lot of different things that come up here. But I want to go here to groups. Okay, so groups are where you can connect with tens of thousands of eyeballs that you wouldn't necessarily ever come into contact with. So we've got a group here of 35,000 members, a group of almost 20,000 members, okay? Now, some of these groups have very specific rules about not coming in and posting, links to your business page or anything like that. But they're here for discussion, like this group: work from home moms, juggle schedules, balance budget, take care of the family, change into supermom, female entrepreneurs. So I can guarantee you, not every person in that group of 19,000 plus people is the entrepreneur that they want to be. There's a lot of people in there listening, trying to take advice, trying to look for leaders to point them in the direction of what they want to be with this. So this is a great example of where you can join this group. You can use Soundboard content to post into this group. You're showing yourself as an involved, engaged person. You are not just showing up and say how great I am, how great I am. You are not showing up and saying my business, my product, my product. You are trying to take the time to share. Okay, so if you do that, when you are on your soundboard here, you can, I'm on the test version, y'all. Sorry, I got to refresh this to make this work again. Sorry, I should have put the regular version on. Anyway, you kind of get the point. Is when you are ready to post into that group. Okay, let's do that here. Let's work from home. We want to post specifically into a group that we are a part of, the Ultimate Small Business Work from Home Guide. Okay, so let's just say, this is a nice little statement here. So we're going to go to LinkedIn, but at this time, when we share in the posts, we want to put this into a particular group that we're in. Okay, so I'm already in home-based business and network marketing professionals. So I can post it straight into this group. I'm contributing to the conversation. I've got some significant hashtags here. Post, boom, you're done. Okay, so you're getting in front of lots and lots and lots of, again, new eyeballs that aren't necessarily in your network, okay? Very valuable use of your social media time and efforts because you are getting out there and again, getting in front of people who are not in your network. Anybody have any thoughts, questions, comments? Can I do any application for kind of your situation, Diane? I know you posted your in health and wellness, and we talked about that a little bit. Anybody else want to offer any thoughts or have any specific questions? Okay, well, from a kind of functional perspective, the Soundboard extension works the same way in Facebook. All right. So as you're scrolling, you'll find the little floating search bar here pop up. And it works the same way. You can think in terms of, what are people talking about that I want to be involved in? And do your search and your post there. Or you can find things to share specifically with individuals and to try to reach out with a, hey, I saw this and was thinking about you. So as you're scrolling, my buddy Andy is a professor in Kentucky. I know he's trying to teach remotely right now. I can find something and, related to his university. I can find something related to teaching from home. Just as that connection point, whether it's a client that you have, a customer that you have, whether it is somebody that you'd like to connect with, just scroll a little bit and say, what can I send that person? What can I pique their interest with? And then your search function's right there. The workflow works the same, and you're off to the races with making that great connection and showing people that, you think about it. You're in the health insurance business. Okay. I mean, same thing. What in the world is going on with health insurance? I'm sure people have questions about COVID and how, I mean, there you go. How to keep your health insurance if you're furloughed or laid off. Lost your job. Here's how to find new insurance. What to do if you lost it in the pandemic. Okay. I'm sorry. Like I said, we're all working from home, aren't we? So the point is that you can find lots and lots and lots of different types of content to share with your network, based on the things that are showing that you're interested in sharing, that you're interested in trying to help keep people informed. I mean, yesterday I was talking with a person who was in the art and antiques business, and they were finding this kind of stuff. Okay, so how do you get started? The core of this is the soundboard. So you're going to go to soundboard.social. If you don't have an account, you can start your free trial account right here. It's a no credit card trial if you want to give it a spin. And then down the road, once you want to pick a plan, basically it's $10 a month for unlimited access to everything that I've showed you today. We have a newsletters feature in the Pro section, which is an HTML email-based newsletter that you can send to your clients' customers. And then the Platinum plan is something that if you really want some specific one-on-one help, we will meet with you monthly to help you set a content calendar and help you get comfortable with all the social media platforms, help you understand the analytics of what all those platforms offer. And then we can also post on your behalf for you on Twitter and your Facebook business page. So that's a pretty nice thing there. But once you sign up for this, again, the browser extension, which you will find in the Chrome Web Store, is totally free. And then you will have, so this is the little plugin that makes these search bars function, okay, on LinkedIn and Facebook. And then you also have unlimited access if you wanted to come straight to the soundboard and post those things straight from the soundboard. Once again, the site is soundboard.social. Just go to soundboard.social and you will find that place to get started. The extensions are also, there's a link to the extensions here as well. So hopefully that will set you on your path to, as we say, never make another cold call. You've always got something to share with people. If you're trying to make cold connections, you're trying to make hot connections, you've got content that shows you are listening to what other people are saying, and you'll come across as that authority. DS is asking, can you use it for 2 businesses? Absolutely. You can use it for as many social media accounts as you have access to. We are not going to ding you if you are sharing an article on LinkedIn about, like I mentioned, the person I was talking to yesterday has 2 businesses. She's got a wellness business that sells a product, and she's got an art and antiques business that, of course, goes to auctions and sells, furniture and things. So some days she's sharing health and wellness through her health and wellness business page, Facebook business page. Some days she's sharing art and antiques content through LinkedIn. All that can be done with one soundboard account. Absolutely no problem there. So, all right. Anyone else have any questions thoughts, comments, missives, complaints? Okie dokie. Well, thank you for taking your time to join us today. I'll give you 4 minutes of your lunch break back, and appreciate the input, appreciate the thoughts, and I hope to see you. If you want to email to get to me or one of the team, just email info@soundboard.social, and we will be able to help you out. Also, if you're ever on Soundboard and you need some help, you'll see in the bottom right, we got these little blue dots. That is a direct line to me or someone else on the team. If you have any specific questions, we'll be more than happy to answer them for you there. Okay, thank you for your patience. Thank you for putting up with my beautiful children and their noise in the background. Hashtag new normal. Okay, everybody take some time today to be thankful. Have a great weekend. See ya.